This is the Maiden and following flights of this foam board flying wing. It is a very quick and easy build that runs off a small and cheap power setup. The first two flights had issues with the motor controller that was resolved by the third flight. Alright, taking off. I'm just gonna put it down. That was full backstick. On this first flight, the CG was fine, however I later found out through bench testing that the ESC I was using had some water damage from my last project with it that caused some issues. The top end of the motor wasn't there, and the BEC wouldn't supply full voltage sometimes, causing the servos to lag behind and sometimes fail. Additionally, the battery was not properly secured and had a lot of room to shift around inside the aircraft. I secured it a little better for the second flight, but it still wasn't enough. Alright, take two. Ooh, it's pitchy. Something wrong with my servos? That drops like a rock. I think I've got too much back trim in it. And the CG's off. Feels tail heavy, I'm guessing. Actually, let me trim it down. Oh dear. Okay, no one saw that. Yeah, same, that was weird. The only change between that flight and the first one was increasing the servo throws and reflex, which gave more control, and securing the battery in place a little better. The servo throws did give it more authority, but since the battery still had about half an inch to move fore and aft, the pitching motion was still there, and that's what made the spin unrecoverable. I was using a smaller 2204 motor on it, and it had to run on a 3-cell, since the motor couldn't take over 11.1 volts. Improper spin recovery on my part, and the battery shifting caused that crash. This is day 2, and I am running it with a more powerful setup, an Emax RS2306 at 2750 kV and a 4-cell 1300. Between this flight and the previous one, I realized the issue with the ESC, so that was changed too. I made a battery mounting tray as well, so the battery doesn't shift at all in this flight. Servo throws have been increased and the CG is in front of the rear of the wing. This flight went much better than the last two, but the little Mobius camera won't pick it up for a good amount of it. Since the camera is mounted to my hat, it should be about center frame. Alright, taking off. Oh, this flies really good, actually. So I think the last issue was the ESC. So I was testing it out last night, and it did not have a top end. It would just kind of die on me. So I got that fixed, and that probably had an issue with the servos too. So the BEC was going a little messed up on it. But since I got that sorted out, put a different motor in it. It's a little bit more powerful.
Oh fuck. I kicked it too hard on the
A little flip. That is quick.
She said she's going to take me out there in $2. Well, she got a $30. She's going to melt. Gary? Are you over there?
Oh, you and Gary? That's it, huh? Got it or not?
Vertical performance thing.
Yeah, that's incorrect. Yeah. The only option. Yeah.
Ah! I think I lost it there. Once I got the wing up with the right electronics, it flew very well. It has great climb performance and excellent high speed characteristics, being able to hold its course with little effort. I did notice that it had a bit of wiggle in the yaw axis, so maybe larger vertical surfaces could help smooth that out. That last crash was unfortunate. Getting distracted with a small and fast-moving plane caused me to lose orientation and send it into the ground. A good paint scheme would definitely help tell which way is up from down, especially when there are scattered clouds like there was on that flight. Overall, it's a great intermediate advanced flyer when it's been tuned and trimmed, and the ease of building completes the package. I will try this again as I can see good potential for efficient FPV flights with a long-range setup. Thanks to Brett for sending me the plane, and thank you for watching.